Pretty simple, smarter, simpler, and customer driven. That is our vision statement very clearly, and our focus is ultimately on the customer. How do we make it more convenient and provide more choice for that customer, ultimately to engage in the transportation system to meet their needs, whether it's economic driven, whether it's quality of life driven, all those types of issues, but focusing on what the customer needs on the system.
The Iowa DOT is really pushing the concept that the identity management is the primary thing that we do when it comes in relation to a driver's license or an identification card, and that driving privilege is one of the things that we reflect in that. And that really goes back to what we started with driver's licenses long ago, which was to recognize that identity was a part of safety, knowing who somebody was, knowing that they weren't manipulating their identity or jumping jurisdictions to get a grant of driving privileges when they shouldn't. Is what drove us to make sure that we understood who we were dealing with and to properly vet their identity.
It works.
All right, thank you.
The first thing that we had to do was make sure that we all understood what we were trying to accomplish, because if it was just putting a picture of a license on a phone, we could do that very easily, but we really hadn't done very much.
Can I see your ID real quick?
Yep, it's right here on my phone.
Almost anybody could do that, and it really didn't add much in terms of effectiveness or security. So we wanted to make sure that we put in front of us the concept that a mobile driver's license is an application that creates a two-way communication between us and the customer. And then it did a couple things. It allows the customer to receive in real time services that they want to receive, whether it's a renewal or changing their address or changing some other attribute, that they could actually apply for and receive that instantaneously.
My belief is the biggest challenge in transportation today is connecting the modes, right? If you think of travel, whether it's for a person or a product, typically it's pretty challenging to travel from one mode to another. And the way our focus is trying to connect that, because all people and products in a global market, especially a global economy, move from one mode to another. It's required to get to their point of destination.
Director Paul Trambino approached me and said how I would feel about partnering with the DOT as far as doing a freight review of freight movement in and out of our state. So identifying commodities that are originating here and where those commodities are going worldwide, and being able to not only know what they're moving on, but more importantly to know the cost of that movement. I will tell you, there is not another economic development organization in the state or in the nation, I would say probably even the world, that is doing this kind of sophisticated supply chain research on our manufacturing and how we can help them be more successful. More trucks that we get off the road, more that we put on rail, more that we put on barge. It's also a green initiative and a sustainability one. And then when you look at the things we're doing around, heat mapping corridors so that autonomous vehicles can operate in theater. I mean, it's just the freight optimization study and modeling that we have done is really just opening the door to really putting Iowa on this extremely innovative, progressive future.
All of us at here are excited to be a part of this important initiative with the Iowa Department of Transportation. We are working together to create an environment for advanced technologies and automated vehicles that can be deployed and thrive in Iowa. And our ultimate goal is for a safer, more efficient transportation system. Iowa is taking a leadership role in really thinking through what is their role in helping to prepare and facilitate the adoption of automated vehicles. Here creates a live representation of a world in motion. And that includes several different technology elements. The foundation is high-definition mapping, a view of what the road network looks like. The second is real-time data, understanding what's actually happening every minute and delivering that information to the vehicle. And the next is analytics, being able to predict and understand what's happening ahead on the roads. And the final element is being able to communicate between the vehicles and the infrastructure.
Everything we do at a DOT and when it comes to all of our work, whether it's design, construction, maintenance, motor vehicle license, all starts with a piece of data. And so for us, it's to understand is data quality and data integration are the key things for us in the future, especially as technology is really getting embedded in transportation, not only in what we wear, but in everything that we use on the system. So the better our data and information is, ultimately will make a better outcome for an individual, or as I like to say, a customer on the system.